is impressed a lot more than anyone would have expected. And I think you made a great point back on the pre-show. You know, it's all about, is that the roster that they needed to be successful? And currently, I would say you're bang on right. It is the roster they needed.
Well, we've got Ghost in the orange and Sonics in the blue. A best of 5. Sonics looking to go to 3-1 on the season, while Ghost are looking to tie up their own score at 2-2.
I think your biggest problem here for Ghost is going to be, does Atomic have success against the defense of the Sonics? If he does, Sonics are in trouble. If he's locked out, Ghost is going to struggle.
Illusion and Mist advancing into the corner. Now, ball just bouncing around. No one really wanted to make a play on it. Dapper will finally take control and challenge Mist. Gets a dunk on him. Now Shock into the corner, looking to see if he can set up a teammate. Gets one player beat, but missed on the wall. Will send it off to midfield into the blue territory. Dapper's got a response for one. But now Atomic with control and more boost gets it over the top. Here's Shock across midfield, out into the center.
Another thing to watch out for is how aggressive is Mist willing to be if he's pushed far forward. Does he leave Illusion and Atomic in a 2-on-3 or a 2-on-2 with just a lot of faith? And does Ghost handle the counterattack well?
Mist taking a shot from midfield, blocked by Sathu, but Mist will have a second follow-up. Actually, the shot's on target, and Shock will find the block. And now Sathu in the midfield trying to extend this out, gets it off to the edge. Shock will play it past one, but Atomic with a response. That Fennec will control it off the wall, sends it towards the goal. This one high, off the crossbar, and Shock will clean it up off to the edge before any follow-up could come through for Ghost.
Dangerous entry, and Mist applying pressure, but still Ghost knocking on the door early on. Atomic doesn't catch the ball cleanly, has to back pass, and that will buy time for the Sonics back on their own half.
Passing plays strong. This Dapper lofts it at midfield. Shock up to keep it away from Illusion, who's actually on a boost and just barely can't touch the ball. Wasn't able to make any play on it despite his close positioning there. Now Atomic also low on boost. All of Ghost a little bit low in the tank. Mist now control on one. Shock's found him. And we're through the first minute and a half-ish. We're coming up on halftime, and no one has found the back of the net.
I will say, if you're a Ghost fan, you're happy with how this start of the game has gone, because, as you said, it is a bit of a trap game playing against Flight earlier. Atomic flip reset, and he will finally break the defense down.
Atomic finds the flip reset from midfield to give Ghost the early lead, and a wonderful solo play. All of Sonics, though, giving him space, though, staying grounded that whole time.
Yeah, nobody up to challenge him. You're absolutely right. Definitely is a problem. You cannot afford to give a player like Atomic space. They might have held off well when they played NRG in week 1, but Ghost coming in here warmed up, playing well. Can't afford to let the big playmakers have the time to do whatever they want.
Well, if I remember correctly, game 1 against NRG was a very one-sided affair. We thought NRG was going to run to the races with that one, but it went all the way to game 5. So Ghost definitely not out of the woods. It's only been 1 goal so far, and still about half the game left to play. This one coming back down. Atomic looks for the shot. Excellent placement. Dapper was caught in reverse, and it's a 2-goal game.
Caught him looking up the backboard. 2 players too far forward in the midfield, and Shock gets in the face, but unfortunately Atomic, that's classic advantage of position for the offense as it goes over the head of the defense, having that camera pan up above their heads, a dangerous ball back down and in front of the net, and Atomic has just been sitting there on the midfield line, just waiting for it to come down.
Got 2 goals so far and is looking for a third. So he sends it to the corner. Now Shock out of his own back defensive half. Here comes Sathu. Challenging in midfield. Illusion will pinch it off the wall, get it over the top of that front line positioning. Dapper demolished as he was trying to advance. This shot is wide, but Illusion's on the far edge. Now looking for Atomic once more. He lurks on the ground, respecting Sathu, but then gets second touch, bumps the defense. Dapper not finding control, but gets a second touch on it as he comes out of the corner. Now Illusion, here's the pass across. Sathu was trying to connect with Dapper, but he fell back for boost and ends up just giving control over to Atomic. 1 minute and 20 seconds left. We're coming close to crunch time here for Sonics.
It's been a suffocating game 1 for the Sonics. Ghost spending anywhere from 45 to 60% at high boost. All of the Sonics anywhere from 40 to 50% at low boost. They just don't have command of the pitch in terms of the resources, and it has resulted in pretty much no offense. Only 2 shots through 4.5 minutes.
51 seconds left. needing to find 2 goals. Got to score quickly to give yourself time for that equalizer. And the ball has spent so much time in the Sonics half. It's down onto Sathew's hood. He's got Dapper in tow behind him, looking to spend all his boost in the air. Muscles it through one. Here's Dapper with the dunk on the second one, but Shock is all the way back. There's no one there for the third. With 30 seconds remaining, that was the best look the Sonics have had in a while. And still, no dice.
Oh, they might get one here. Oh, Shock has no boost.
He's got a boost, and Lucian happy to play it to the edge and just stall in the corner. Burn as much time as possible. See, for 1 goal, you can kind of play into 0-second time. The 2 goals, you got to score immediately, and we're into 10 seconds here. The ball, again, a threat for the third shot. Mist will double tap it in, and that one will secure the game. That's Ghost with the winning game 1.
And again, they catch him too far forward. This is just a pass into the middle. Nobody playing back on the goal line just in case. And Mist just takes advantage of a free backboard, and it's an easy double tap.
But as always, Sonic here, down by 2 in the final 10 seconds. Probably the smart play, send all 3 players,
sure.
Leave yourself vulnerable in the back end, and Mist will cleverly punish them for it. Looks for maybe a 4th goal here, but I don't think anybody's going to get this one as it's off into no man's land. Should drop down. Sathu tries to keep it alive, but doesn't quite get there. And Ghosts take the game 3-0.
That was a wonderful game 1 for Ghost. I mean, that was about as suffocating as you could be throughout that entire game. I mean, nobody able to find any clears, really. Shock doing his best, but no, not able to really muster any strong midfield presence, just absolutely locked down. And a brilliant opener as well here from Atomic. Again, that empty backboard, nobody up to challenge him, as you pointed out. He just cruises through the defense with a great flip reset.
Absolutely. Beautiful goal here, rocking that silver decal from the season rewards of seasons past. It's the best way to make your car monochromatic if you want on either side of the ball there. And the shot just as beautiful as well. But right now, I feel like we didn't feel the impact of Shock in game number 1. And against NRG, the place where I feel like NRG was the strongest, or where Shock was the strongest against NRG, was on the defense.
Yes,
here,
absolutely.
I think only 2 saves he put up in this game, and they were able to find 3 all the way through. Almost no offensive pressure, only 1 shot to his name. Definitely looking to see Shock get more involved.
Yeah, it's tough because, again, he was the only player on that Sonics roster that had any measure of boost, so he can't do everything, and that's just, you got to give credit where it's due. Ghost Gaming, wonderful command of the boost all around the pitch. If you're holding on to that much where the opponents are literally half the time anywhere from 25 and lower, you never have the ability to even think about going up and challenging Atomic when he air dribbles the ball and flip resets you outside the box, because you just don't have the boost in the tank to make that happen. So if you're the Sonics, yes, impact from Shock not felt, but at the same time, it can never be a one-man show. You do need help from everyone else.
No, and when you're that trapped on your own half, you can't pinpoint one player and say he's the reason.
Sure.
As a team, they were being beat by all the players in the midfield, and I feel like the passing. One thing I loved was Atomic's back pass awareness, constantly in the midfield, being like, I don't really have a good touch on this, but my player who's back in goal has nobody around him. Let's give him the ball. Let's let him advance this play. And multiple times we saw them gain scoring opportunities off the back pass.
It's actually a very disciplined play to go for something like that as well, because if I remember that situation correctly, he missed a touch. He didn't catch the ball properly, so he drove past it. And instead of just trying to get back there and like backflip, touch it forward onto the offense, he said, no, just hit it back to your own half. That way we guarantee possession. It's a very basic thing to think about. Oh, I didn't touch this. Let's throw this back on our own half. But you would be amazed at how many people will just try and continue to push the ball forward and advance the offense, and then end up just giving away possession. So it's a very small thing, but it's a play like that that contributes to the overall domination that Ghost was able to achieve in Game 1. It's just hang on to possession, hang on to boost, win the game.
Yeah, absolutely. And I feel like Mist's role on Ghost has been very, very solidified. We've appreciated his spot in the lineup. He's been fine. He's been good, but I just don't know that he's been enough.
Sure.
So far, he's definitely had some situations where the team has relied on him. He's been the reason why they've scored or why they've won games in the past, but also like against Knights, definitely was not enough to push his team over the edge. Here in Game 1, though, definitely everything that Ghost needed. We'll see if they can replicate it as we get into Game 2. Sonics looking to bounce back after not scoring once in Game number 1, completely shut out.
And Mist is a very interesting player. I feel like he slots into that sort of catch-all, do whatever the team needs role, because I think that Ghost Gaming overall is very comfortable with the system they have. Atomic is the playmaker. If he gets the ball, let him do his thing, give him options. And Illusion is the player that they're most comfortable with having sitting back and be that third man and be the put-away guy that they need. So Mist gets to fill, you know, a little bit of best of both worlds, which is what he was talking about. I want to play more on the offense. I think he's a great third-man player, so he gets to do a little bit of both there. And it's just, do they execute well enough to have that be effective?
Dapper into the corner, Mist with a response as we see Ghost advance onto offense. Bump on the shot creates some space, but Illusion didn't like the look and fell back. Rightfully so, as he has to find a clear into the corner.
Beautiful.
Now Mist looking for a transition. Dapper with a clean touch back. Atomic on the backboard, extends it out towards teammates. Sathy with a response. This ball is screaming around the pitch, and Dapper's up for the shot. Nice soft play to put it in, and the speed catches everybody off guard.
Real nice bit of clears. Atomic off the side, but he's met immediately on the wall, and Illusion and Mist. I mean, Illusion just, he was just tracking that ball left to right across and didn't know that someone was going to be right there to shoot it over his teammate's head. And as soon as that one went over, he was done.
I feel like Dapper's decision to shoot soft there caught everybody off guard with how fast the ball was moving before. 38 miles per hour was the shot, the recorded speed. And Shock here just trying to hover, give his team time to get in position.
Yep.
But Sonics do score here in the beginning of game number 2. They'll break the shutout early. Important for momentum. Here comes Atomic, just barely misses, and Dapper's got the clear. Now Illusion's got to fall back. No one's in this backfield. And an excellent touch. Sathu, if he had just a little bit more boost, that would have been a 2-goal lead.
Yeah.
But Illusion shuts it down.
That was Mist sending it all. You know, get in there, try and jam it. And unfortunately just came up completely empty. And a much-needed save from Illusion on the way back. Shock with a miss will give up possession.
Shock also low on boost. All of Sonics here advancing, but with not a lot of resources to work with. They won't be able to find a goal out of it just yet. Illusion the pass down to Atomic, who puts it back towards Illusion. Sathu quick to close the gap, but Illusion makes the touch and gets it into the back blue corner. Now Mist. The play from midfield over the top of one. Atomic follows with the ball. He should crash this corner, and here he comes now across the box, and here's Illusion for the shot. Shock's got him blocked, and Dapper looks to extend this play, but Mist will win. Now Sathu up into the midfield. To midfield, there's Atomic now with Illusion trailing behind him. Illusion will try to pick up control here. Now Shock now back out. Dapper up, beaten by Atomic. We're across halftime. After scoring 3 in game number 1, Ghosts have yet to put one on the board.
Got a chance here.
Oh, Mist puts it off the crossbar and
in the demo.
A demolition onto the third man. Now Mist will try to turn this one back in. Excellent play to neutralize the demo, but can they get a goal out of it still? Off the backboard, Atomic's airborne. There is one, and here's the final shot from Illusion. It's just going to be too high. Sathu doesn't make contact. Woo! What? And Illusion scores. That's a tie game.
Oh, I love it. Atomic just gets in their face. Illusion, he knows he's not going to reach it, but boy, does he know another one's coming. That's the put-away guy you need if you're Ghost Gaming. That's a great shot.
Got the flip reset off the ceiling, made use of it, and just enough of a gap left by the Sonics.
Love it.
When the first touch didn't go in, I said that was it. It was over, but no. Illusion proves me wrong. Now Dapper out to Sathu. Looks to take control. Now Dapper looking for a shot. He's missed the first one, and Atomic will clear to the corner, but an adjustment from Sathu means Sonics hold on to control. Atomic takes it off his hood. Shock with a soft shot. Missed, nearly demolished. But the block still comes through.
It's a great idea from the Sonics, and they're not done. Beautiful lead into the middle. And Atomic, just a wonderfully well-rounded player. He's developed fantastic game sense during his time in the RLCS.
Excellent pass from Dapper to Shock. But the touch from Shock just a little bit too strong. Dapper again looking for passes. It's time to Sathu. Forces Illusion onto the back pass. Demolition from Sathu on his rotation out. And a miss from Mist. Nearly turns into a goal in the lead, but in the final minute here, Atomic stretching out. Mist. The play into the corner. Looks for the shot himself, but Shock shuts it down.
That physicality
Oh, here's Dapper with an open field. Can he find the mind games here? Just goes for the flick to the edge and beats Mist. That's the lead for Sonics.
That's a close one for Dapper. You knew he's going to be competent here in the one-on-one because he catches Mist rotating in from one side of the ball, and that's the reason he goes for the near post shot there, because Mist is coming from the right side. He doesn't really have any other option towards the goal. He can try and go behind him, but it's just the car and how he caught the ball didn't really have any chances. So it's really just throw caution to the winds. Look, the hardest save is to my near post, make him get to it, and Mist couldn't reach it.
30 seconds left. Ghost took the winning game number 1 and now looking to tie it up in game 2 as they crash the box. Illusion on the edge. Beats Sathu. Atomic comes in, plays onto the wall again, but this leaves it for Dapper. With 16 seconds left, he's going to try and slow this play down and force all of Ghost to advance into his territory. The clears come through off the backboard. A strong touch. Atomic stretches to try and put that one on a different angle. Nothing's there. 4 seconds left. Dapper moving up. Missed through one. Illusion's airborne, but Sathu's not going to make it happen. He's going to shut it all down. Sonics bounce back in game 2 and get the win.
And a classic scenario of Illusion hits the nuttiest shot in the game and his team loses. That is always what happens. Anytime, it's like that better be play of the day. Like you're not going to see a better goal for the rest of the day. And of course, you always lose it.
I struggle. I don't know. I feel like Sathu's should have had that clear on defense. Like the defense definitely enabled Illusion to hit this shot. Watch, I believe it's Sathu coming up from the ground. Yeah, just
tough.
Doesn't quite have the angle there.
That's because he's trying to read the backboard bounce. You know, there's a lot of things that happen on that first touch from Illusion. It goes straight, and you have to figure out, is it coming down? Is it going out? Which angle do I need to take? And your instinct when you're playing defense in that scenario is just get up. Get aggressive and try and make the best read you can and hope for the best. So Sathu is just jumping and adjusting on the fly to where he thinks it's going to end up being. Yeah. And he just doesn't quite have the perfect read. And Illusion nailed a very pretty goal.
Yeah, no, and he does kind of have a triple threat, triple option there. You can play it off the ceiling, you can play it off the backboard, just take the shot immediately there. So definitely Sathu's are left having to read.
It's just,
see what happens.
Do you make the read? No, you're getting scored on.
Yeah, pretty much there. Illusion does score the goal, but Sonics are able to secure that win. So we'll go into game 3 tied up at 1 apiece. Guaranteed at least game 4 here, so we move on to Manfield.
Much needed start to that game as well for the Sonics, considering they got completely just dominated in game 1. So to come out there, open the scoring up with a nice goal from Dapper, very good for them. Definitely keeping themselves in it. And really the only goal that they allowed was a phenomenal shot from Illusion. So Sonics, a little bit of adaptability, and we'll see what Ghost comes back to play with here in game 3. Big swing game.
Ghost definitely a few times in that game 2 left their backfield entirely open.
Yes.
And it was just down to boost management and some general positioning that kept them from being scored on there.
And there's again that wonderful field awareness from Atomic. Saw his teammate get bumped out, just chucked it back to his own half, and Dapper, they learned, don't leave that backboard undefended because they got beat up in game 1, and Dapper finds a nice clear off it.
Oh, Shock will play it off of Atomic's hood. It's underneath one to the goal line and in. Oh my goodness, Sonics absolutely ball him here for goal number 1.
Great challenge from Shock right off the nose. Illusion wants the boost first. He lets Mist take the challenge, and just the battle of a classic physics-based clash. Shock, dead center of the ball, front of the car, the most power in the best way, just drills right through Mist, who just gets a little bit too much on top of it.
Sonics score early again. 2 games in a row now. Sathu will follow this one on the wall, but get beat. Shock up and challenged by Illusion. Illusion will push it through. It's all up to Dapper on the goal line here. A nice clear to the corner. Dapper now through the air again, missed with the challenge. It's wide of the goal in the box and now out. Sathu once more. We're seeing a lot of this. Atomic tries to take the shot there. The defense getting caught so much here by Sonics. They're constantly having to fly up from the goal line to make plays.
Exactly. It's costing them so much boost.
There's a double commit. Here comes Illusion looking for the pass across. The miss, looks for the shot, but it's wide. The defense had finally really bit and panicked. Atomic looks for the air carry. Sathu blocks him. And so far, like, it's been sloppy, but it's been just enough as they look for one more. Atomic will look for this back pass again, but has to go for a block instead.
Nice challenge from Sathu there. Just managing how Atomic was approaching that ball, and there's the touch from Dapper. You see Atomic, if he was in that situation, you've already seen him twice that game, just dump that back off to his corner and they guarantee possession. Dapper tries to force that one into the midfield line, and now they're back on defense having to make stops.
The drop down, dangerous. Sonics having to play so much defense here. Atomic and Dapper both airball. Illusion off the wall, misses there, and Shock gets the block coming back in off the wall. What a save! And they keep it here with that slim 1-goal lead as we approach halftime. Over the one. Shock now on the backboard to the edge. Sathu getting pushed out, and Illusion will now go into the 1v1. Up against the team in the goal. Dapper makes the stop. They've been on that goal line the entirety of Game 3, but they've held on the entire time.
And a welcome breath of fresh air there from Sathu. Just doesn't matter if you don't hang on to the ball. We just need some field presence to go get boost, and a nice little handoff from Atomic there, but sniffed out by the Sonics.
Dapper in particular has been strong on the goal line. It's Atomic now into the corner. Sathu passed one, looking for two, but Illusion's got the block. And he leaves it for Mist in goal. Passes out to Atomic. Looks to gain control. 20 boost in the tank. Not a ton, but just enough. Maybe two defenders bite. Illusion comes crashing in, but the ball is off to safety already. And now the clear all the way back down the field. Nobody's in the backfield. Can Sathu take the shot? Dapper was looking for the demos, but couldn't find Mist, and he'll make that save. And now turning it back around, looking for this transition goal to set up. Can they tie it? There's the shot, and it's in. A tie game. Ghost put it in with 1:45 left to go.
Wonderful bit of placement there. You were right. Sonics getting aggressive because they knew they had the 2-on-1. Mist comes diving out of the midfield, takes it away sideways, and then Sathu and his teammate in the goal line, Dapper, just don't figure out who makes the save, and eventually Atomic, nice bit of placement, gets it through.
Oh, Shock versus Atomic. He's got a full tank of boost to work with, and he'll find a save and a clear. Excellent play to give his team time to get set up on what could have easily been the loss. Oh, Atomic demolished as Dapper pressures in. Sathu.
Pass
Here
back.
comes Shock. Looking for the fakes, but Mist doesn't bite. Sets it up for Illusion.
Nice demo.
The demo's on the transition out twice, but Dapper just hands the ball right back to Atomic, and now Sathu will try to make do with Atomic's touch. Atomic's got so many different ways to play this ball, and now out again the demolitions. Just constantly clear them out of the way. They can't touch the ball if they don't exist.
And the Sonics just, I don't know, they're just giving away the ball here too easily. They had to rotate all the way back into their own corner for boost here, and now, again, they might get stuck at the end of the game.
Shock nearly with the bump, and this one a long shot from the corner. It's just wide. Mist will follow along with it. Shock has to rotate out. Sathu now up against Mist. Pushes it through one, but loses control. And now Atomic across the field. Mist with a quick adjustment, but Shock's already airborne. This one going towards the net. Illusion will play it away. 38 seconds left. Tie game as Dapper onto the backboard once more. Illusion to Atomic. Here's Sathu. Shot is on target. Looked for the demo and goal. Now Illusion again getting harassed by Sathu once more. Finds a bump. This could open up some space, but Shock also bumped back and forth. Neither team allowing either to stay grounded here. The Shock will move in to take control. Pinches it off the wall, follows it himself, out of boost, now back out, and here comes Dapper, setting it up, a bump onto one. Sathu's not going to be able to find a shot here. Can he position? Can Atomic refill his tanks and turn back around as Mist pushes it high? This is dangerous. Atomic's in, though, to make the save. Off to the edge. Sathu with no play. Dapper down as clock is hit zero. Looking for overtime, and it will happen here as Ghost gives it lots of space. Next goal takes match point.
And Sonics really starting to bring the physical aspect into play there. Constantly looking for the bumps on the players about to be in possession of the ball for Ghost. It's a great approach as Sathu there tries to sweep the goal line, but Shock in charge of buying time.
Shock past one. Missed to Atomic. Outfield pass blocked by Sathu. Dapper now trying to chase down Atomic in his own corner. Sathu's got to pass one. Missed with a quick adjustment. Pushes it right back into the blue, but no supporting positioning here. Means that he's going to need some clears to work out in his favor.
Oh, Atomic.
There's kind of two touches that work out in their favor. Now Sathu through one. Illusion with the win. Shock dumps it out, and Sathu looks for the bumps.
Awkward, needs help.
Yeah, Shock is turned around backwards. Illusion into Atomic, looking for the shot. The pass back down, nearly connected, but it's just wide of the post. And now the 2v1. Sathu with the pass to Dapper, but he just doesn't believe in himself. Maybe doesn't have enough boost. In the first minute of overtime. Going to come and go, but not without drama.
You could see Mist totally ignoring the ball there in that corner. Just wanted to control the corner boost to try and lock Sonics into their own half. Atomic with a great pass.
He puts it up high. Here's the follow-up from Mist. Blocked by Dapper. He had the read. What a play. And now Sathu, can he connect with Dapper underneath? Shock avoids one demolition. Atomic pushes it back
Oh,
down,
he's
and Mist
there.
already airborne. The pre-jumps are good. Here's the shot from the corner. Shock's got the long clear back the other way, and all of Ghost have to rotate out.
That all goes back to Mist just taking away that corner boost. It's all an effort to see if they get Sonic stuck on the ground floor.
Oh, there was 2 wins. Atomic beats another one. Illusion, he's going to be up.
Ooh.
Dapper's grounded, but the shot is wide. The best opportunity they've had, and it's no good. The follow-up from Atomic again off the post and out.
Got bumped.
Can Sonics get out of their own half, though? At this point, it's not just a matter of time.
Nice. Good idea, Shock. Just take the dribble, make Atomic come back with it, and shut it down. One-on-one.
Cleared off 2, missed up against Dapper. Dapper gets airborne quickly to avoid demos and makes the stop.
Huh.
A play past 1. Off the wall, Atomic's up so quickly, and my goodness, Ghost has been reading so fast. As Mist comes down. Dapper will steal 1 boost, but is it going to be the death of him? Shock will pinch it off the wall. Illusion keeps it trapped. Back to Atomic, but Dapper through 1. The counterattack will work here as they fly down the field. Illusion keeps it high, and Shock just has to back off. He doesn't have the boost to challenge.
Stressful overtime for the Sonics. Unable to hang onto the ball, and just look at Ghost just forcing them to make touches. Sathu has to dive back now, and this is just brutal. You need to hang onto the ball here for the Sonics, and Sathu just didn't want to take it down there.
There's the play at midfield. Illusion on
He
the backward
missed!
miss.
What?
Shock also misses. Dapper's shot is just too slow.
Don't do it,
And now
Sathu.
Mist looking for the counterattack, but he dumps it off to the side. A demolition on a Dapper doesn't mean he'll spawn in kind of maybe an awkward position, but no, he gets the fortunate on the edge. And now Illusion trying to just
double
loft it
commit.
high. Bit of a double commit, but Sathu's held on to control here. Able to
Okay.
neutralize that second challenge. Atomic up.
Pass.
Here's Shock with the
Oh,
shot from the corner. Oh my goodness, the 0-degree angle wins the game, and Sonics are up by 2.
And again, Shock, the command. He doesn't panic on defense, takes the 1 touch, beats 1 defender. Atomic tries to control the ball, gets a little too far under it, lifts it back towards his corner, needs help, but Shock the first one to it, and a beautiful bit of shooting out of the corner. Oh man, 743-point game.
19 shots from Ghost to the 8 from
Brutal.
Sonic. Double the opportunities, and yet they still did not come out with a win. That defensive stand, the 13 saves Sonics were able to put up. Holy cow. So many of them also
Scary.
really scary, really scrappy situations, but just enough. And man, there was that opportunity. I think it was Atomic had a
Atomic, he got
shot.
bumped, yeah.
Just such a simple play to make, but not quite good enough. My goodness, Sonics hold on. And now on match point in game 4, they could take the win and prove to 3-1.
Exactly. Atomic, you're absolutely right. He had a chance to end that game. It's just they got right in his face, tipped him up. He went up to the ceiling with the bump, and the ability to even try and recover and get back down. He was that close to nailing that off the adjustment. It's reminding me of the Garrett G shot where he got bumped onto the ceiling at Worlds.
Oh, yes, in Season 5
Yeah,
on
and
Wasteland.
it just makes us the sickest shot ever off the bump adjustment. And Atomic was that close, but in the end of the day, the scrappy, divey, terrified defense of Sonics hold out.
It holds on just, and the thing, they did such a good job clearing to the corners over and over again. Like
Safety first.
It was never just saves, it was saves plus clears. And there was so many times I was like, they've got to find a way to get out of these corners. Like they played into the corners and then they would just keep it on the walls every time, but finally they were able to muscle their way through that midfield line, and it was just one counterattack's all they needed. Game 4 here, can Ghost bounce back and send us to game 5? They shut out Sonics in game number 1, but have yet to come up with a win since then. Seemed like they cashed in all of their energy. Has there been any big difference you've noticed from game 1 compared to games 2 and 3?
Well, the end of that game 2 definitely felt like Ghost going right back to game 1 approach, and the Sonics just able to handle it marginally better, if only because they were able to make the saves. But the start of game 2 and game 3, it's always been Sonics playing with a lead.
We'll see if they can get that lead back here in game 4 as they start off with a lot of offensive control. One of the best offensive stands we've seen for them is Sathu with a miss, but it was off the post, and none of the rest of Ghost was there to punish.
It also helps the command is slightly improving. Also, the backboard defense improving for the Sonics. They definitely have a guy stuck on the goal line, but as soon as someone rotates up and into that corner to grab their own boost, the first place they go is up towards that backboard because they just got picked apart in that game 1 from that.
Shock in the corner. He's gotten it through 1, but the ball stays high. Missed with a nice catch and carry. All down midfield, getting an
Nice.
illusion will bump up the defense, paves the way, and Mist will score. That's Ghost back in the lead.
And Mist is very familiar with this situation. 2-on-1, the bump pressure. Illusion forces a hop. Mist sees it, immediately flicks towards the net, knows he can't recover, and a beautiful executed 2-on-1.
Beautiful setup. And Ghost now have the lead for the first time since Game 3. And how do Sonics respond? I made the point, the 2 games they've won, they scored first and were able to keep that lead, or at least keep it to a tie game. How do they respond from being behind again now? This comes back down Dapper. The slow play, Atomic with the slow read. Patience to keep this ball under control, but Sathu now with more control and boost to work with. Illusion's touch is dangerous, but Atomic will block at the point of contact. And now back into Shock.
Nice.
Dapper, can he find the goal? He looks for him, but Illusion dodges. Now Shock off the wall. Illusion makes the touch as well. And now Sathu's got to play defense as they fall back onto D.
Sathu was trying to figure out if he was going to actually pass that to Dapper and if Dapper was going to come take it from him. And they're just like, you know what? In case we mess this up, you just dribble that one around, buddy.
Let's take it back away. Cross the 3-minute mark. Approaching halftime here. It's Dapper into the midfield all by himself. Illusion will connect with Mist on the outside and the pass back into Atomic, but Shock just takes control, takes the initiative, makes first touch, breaks up the pass play. The rest of Sonics advancing forward. Mist will play up against Sathu, but this one's dangerous. Here's Shock up against Atomic. It's back down. Dapper should hit this one, and it's a tie game. The Sonics bring them all and tie it up.
And it's recognition. They know that as soon as Mist loses this ball, they know this is a very scoreable position. That's the only reason Dapper gets so aggressive there. If Ghost Gaming is in a better position defensively, it's not a 1-on-2 there, and there's not a guaranteed chance to score. Dapper's just going to back off right there, and he's not going to be in position. That's just understanding your team, your opposition is vulnerable and jumping on it.
On taking the initiative here, looking to win the game in 4, avoid game 5. Shock off to the edge. Sathu falls back, creates a bit of traffic for Dapper to navigate, but then Sathu with a quick response beats 2. Now up against Mist on the backboard. He looks for the bump on him, but Mist will make the clear. Now pass to 1. Sathu with a Mist Atomic. The play across. Shock's not going to reach it in time. Recognizes the open opportunity and gets the lead right back.
Shock gets caught. He's the midfield. He thinks Sathu's going to touch that ball and says, oh, he missed it. Atomic's in position, and he will not miss the open net. A wonderful punish goal for Ghost.
2:02 on the clock and a 1-goal lead for Ghost as they look to send us to game 5. Atomic versus Shock. There's one stop, and now Dapper comes in but gives second touch to Mist, and he plays it over the top. That offensive line. Illusion flick over 1. Shock into the corner. Coming back down dangerous for Sathu. Makes the touch, nearly gets the own goal, but we'll dodge it for now. So Atomic plays it across the field. Illusion comes off the wall. Touch with Sathu is neutral. We're back down in front. Illusion getting crowded by the defense. Sathu with a nice loft. A demolition onto Atomic means the defense has got to sort themselves out here. No play. Shock is not able to make contact, though, before Atomic gets it back out. And now Illusion looks to extend it into the corner. Sathu with an adjustment. Ian Dapper again confused on to who takes control here, and this one's still really dangerous. 1:13 on the clock. Ghost holding on to that 1-goal lead and now looking to extend it to 2.
Definitely some communication hookups, but you'd rather neither of them go for it than both of them go for it and then just concede the open goal. So still down 1, but with a chance here with that miss from Atomic.
Just missed on the backboard. Shock back into the midfield. No one's going to be there for the Sonics, but there's an open net. Can Dapper find this one? Just got to beat Atomic. He gets bumped by Shock and still makes the save. Illusion with the counterattack now. Back across midfield, up against Shock. Mist will just send it onto the backboard. And now Shock all the way back down. Atomic makes the stop. We're playing goal line to goal line here. Oh my goodness, with 30 seconds left, Sonics trying to come alive and tie it up.
Oh, and Atomic's just going to cut that one down, but he can't hang on to it. You need help, Sathu.
Illusion beats Shock. Keeps the ball airborne. Atomic looks for the play to the far post, and Dapper makes the save. Now Illusion through the air, up against Sathu. He's got all the room. Sathu couldn't find the read. He was just kind of too confused, and that's a 2-goal lead for Ghost.
Illusion puts him down. Wonderful command, perfect read, and again, Sathu. That's a tough read off the backboard. He's not sure exactly how it's going to happen, and Illusion puts him down. We're going to game 5.
17 seconds left in game 5, looking inevitable at this point. Ghost rally back, and Mist will just hold Shock down in the upper corner. Dapper looks for the second goal, which would have given them just a shred of hope here, but it's not going to happen as they might actually get... No, it'll bounce off the post and back down. Ghost take another game by 3 goals, and we're going to Game 5. This one decides it all.
And man, I said it on the pre-show. This is the one I was looking forward to, and I'm getting everything I wanted out of it. It's this wonderful tug-of-war battle between Ghost. When Ghost... finally forces Sonics back, it's bam, in your face, always. Pressure, pressure, pressure. Make the play, make the play, make the play. And they can't quite always do it, and it's this dribble play that finally cracks them and puts them up with a wonderful flick for Mist. But when Sonics get the ball, it's the exact same thing. It's right back onto the Ghost half, some scary situations, everyone just jumbled up in front of the goal. And this is a good one. I'm looking forward to Game 5.
This has been a great back and forth match here. Atomic though getting the dribbles, and then there was he had the shot from midfield, and I believe it was Illusion that scored the go ahead goal, or was that wasn't the midfield
in
clear
Game 4?
Yes, here in Game 4.
So Mist scored first, then Atomic, then Illusion.
Okay, so it was Illusion that scored kind of the security goal there at the end.
Yeah.
That goal, not the one that really made the difference, though. It was Atomic shot at the midfield, just recognizing there's an open
Shot
backfield
got caught.
here.
Yeah, because he thought Sathu was going to tip that ball into the middle.
Those open nets, recognition of the open nets, something that people like Cookser over in Europe are so good at.
Yep.
Will always punish you for. Can be a huge thing, especially at the RLCS level of play. If there is an opportunity to score,
can't miss it.
Take the easy ones there. And that gets them all the way to Game 5. The Sonics were knocking on the door perpetually throughout that game. It was back and forth. But now, 5 minutes to rule them all. Who's going to be able to take this win?
And what happens?
We had 4 teams at 1 and 2 coming into this week. Ghost was one of them. They would love to be able to separate themselves from the pack.
And again, Ghost start off favorably, aggressive, and
block open. That should be it. Illusion will score it as they had 2 bite on the first play, and he still won it here. Mist gonna ball 2 players. Atomic takes it past Sathu, and then it's all Illusion.
Real nice job from Atomic there. He kind of jumps up at that ball like he's gonna go getting a shot, and he gets the defender's a little worried, and Atomic actually gets outside the ball, so ends up hitting it second, and that puts it off that inside corner of the defense, and that's a big save from Shock. And again, Ghost firing both barrels at the start of Game 5.
Sonics definitely getting caught a few times. I think that the speed at which Ghost is recognizing where the ball is going to be and getting airborne is completely shutting down anything Sonics could try to do. They just have him cleanly beat to the ball so often, but now Sathu looking for the tying goal. Doesn't get the first one. Now Dapper out of his own corner will just take a shot, but gets 2 defenders to bite, but both of his teammates were already falling back. There won't be any follow-up shot. Shock will leave it for Sathu in goal.
That sort of physicality from Sonics is what led them to victories in Games 2 and 3. It pushed a lot of Ghost off the ball and gave them a bit more time of possession.
Sathu looking for Dapper. Dapper not quite able to make contact and low on boost. Illusion and Mist now connecting. Using that ceiling, nearly pinched it off the ceiling to send it into the net. With 3:30 left to go, it's the 1-goal lead right now for Ghost. As Sonics have had a few good opportunities, a few good looks, but nothing really is making its way into the box.
Absolutely stuck on their own half, and that's a nice bump on Atomic just to force them off the ball.
Shock through 2 now. It's up against Mist, and he'll find that block cleanly. What a read. And now back into the box once more. Mist has the clear, long to the blue corner.
Ooh.
Now through 2, Dapper out to Sathu.
Can you get it into the middle, though?
Looks for this play back. Now Dapper's up. He's got some space, but difficult angle, and Shock will stretch very far and spend so much boost just getting there.
But they had the right idea. I mean, they definitely had Ghost. If that ball had floated a little more simply, Dapper backside, unfortunately not able to get it inside the goalpost as it coasts harmlessly across the goal line.
Shock onto the backboard. Atomic. No read. Illusion out of boost in the midfield, and Sonics just continue to pressure, but the whiff on the shot. Dangerous stuff for Sonics. So we're across halftime. They have yet to score. Got shut out in game number 1. You'd hate to see the bookends on both sides of what has been a great series.
Yeah.
Now Mist with the attempt. Atomic off the wall. Now onto his ceiling, tries towards midfield, but Sathu's got him.
Nice.
Miss back again.
Smart play there from Atomic. Doesn't matter.
Shock will take a shot. Mist will find a block. Sathu a bit too far off that wall to gain full control, and now the play from Ghost all the way back down. Illusion will try to get out the wall, gets the demolition onto one. It's back in front of the box, but Dapper's going to be coming back in off of the respawn. He'll look to move up to midfield. Illusion the long ball. Shock back to the edge. Atomic's got Mist in the midfield. And he'll go back towards him. Mist pops it high, follows it up himself, up against Sathu, and he'll interrupt the play.
Oh, here comes Atomic.
Atomic looks for the shot, drops it to Illusion, instead of just taking the shot that most likely was going to be blocked. With 120 left to go again, time continues.
Nice pass.
Just burn off, and there's Shock coming in just before Atomic could make it to the ball.
It's good to delay, and again, Atomic, great play there to just come across, not let Sonics have the time to take the touch they want. Doesn't matter if anyone's there or not. Just go ahead, tip it out to the side, force the defense to react again, and misses there. Mist will have to control the clock a little bit here by dumping it into the corner.
The strong touches from Ghost over and over again. Shock and Sathu now.
Whoa,
Dapper possibly comes up for it. This is still dangerous. Here comes Shock to tie the game and gets it all of the defense. Biden, it's a tie game with 44 seconds left.
What a play. Sathu just goes right towards the middle. Dapper, that is the biggest stuff. If that does not go perfectly, that ball just kicks right back into the corner and Ghost has time to reset. It comes right back down, though, and Shock is there to clean it up.
It was really the only shot that Shock had covered.
Yeah.
It was the perfect pinch upwards, and Dapper gives it to him, just serves it up to him on a silver platter. And Sonics have an opportunity looking for the lead here up against Illusion. It's off the crossbar and back out. Couldn't find it. A bump on the one, though.
Left
Shock
side.
takes the shot in. Mist comes in. Sathu's got to stop the immediate counterattack, though. Dapper will push it back to the corner. 20 seconds left. We had one overtime already.
Let's have another. Come on.
Sonics won that one. Now Shock up against, getting muscled here with 6 seconds left. Mist to the corner, no one there to help him. Shock will slow it and send it to overtime. Game 5, next goal wins. The Sonics have looked pretty good so far, but is this the moment Ghost finally come back on them?
Here's the one they needed. A big goal and late in the game. Does Ghost have it in him to come back one more time? They've definitely held the edge, I would say, across the series in terms of pressure, so maybe a slight edge to Ghost here in overtime.
They've had the pressure, and you think eventually it's got to result in the win.
Yeah. Or does the defense of Shock and Co. hold out?
There's Dapper past one. Midfield control slowly creeping back in Sonic's direction. Something that they have struggled with this entire series. Now Sathu through two. Mist will have a bit of space, and he gives it to Atomic in the corner. The shot is just too close, but nearly finds the tap.
Whoa.
Shock is right there. What a block. Oh, it's off the post. Now you're kidding. No way. Dapper looks to play it out now. They push it back in once more.
Ow.
Illusion with a shot to take. But no, it's no good. Oh my goodness.
No, not like that. Okay.
I can't believe it.
You needed a replay of that to figure out what happened.
Oh, I love the decision making from Shock, but they've got to play. He can't think about that right now. We're a minute into overtime, and he's got to win this series. This goal means so much for both teams. Shock plays it slow. Mist bites. Oh! Two defenders, and that one goes in. What a crazy game, and Sonics steal the series.
Absolutely. The Sonics get given an extra life, and Illusion comes off the wall. Shock goes right behind him. They clash on the goal line, and boom, that's it.
On the replay, the shot was much better from Shock. As Illusion just moves too far in and actually blocks the defense that was there. The teammates run into each other. Illusion, just a slight mistake, and the counterattacks from Sonic. 2 overtimes in a row. Oh my goodness, what a play. That was insane. And I gotta say, my favorite part of that overtime was Shock when he's sitting there just staring down Atomic on a cutting horse, keeping a calf away from the herd. Just like, you gotta push this through me. I'm right here. Gets one block, and then the second touch as they crash the box off the post. What a lucky bounce.
That was, you won't see hang on a second, what just happened? How did that not go in moment like that for a while? That was
that was your get it moment, folks.
yeah, we'll go break that one down.
Presented by Shock and Atomic. CDW helps out with that one. Folks, that was a pretty crazy series. We got quite a few more to go. E United taking on Rogue next. Both these teams also at 1-2. Who can improve to 2-2? We'll find out after the break.